something like.
You scared? I'm scared.
But this one, right, the skill is so there, right? That I couldn't tell how do you achieve this flavor.
Yeah.
My only complaint is.
Wait.
Hey, we should get some furniture for the office. Like my sofa old already.
Yeah.
Hey, LJ, what's your favorite type of furniture?
I need some shelves actually. I'm running out of storage.
Oh, you like shelves?
Yeah, shelves.
That's a very specific furniture to.
Then what you like?
I like sofa. You leh?
I typically like this very specific type of table.
Table.
What?
Yes, table.
What type of table?
It's the veggie table! Which is why today we are on a hunt for vegetarian food. Yeah, I heard today the producers has found very interesting dishes for us to try.
They try to go the route of not the typical Zai Mi Fen lah, all that, right? They find something a little bit more out there.
Yeah, that's a little bit harder to find.
Yes.
So not only good, need to be rare.
Yes.
Okay.
The producer want to challenge themselves a little bit.
Yes. And don't worry, I won't be at the center. Later, L3 will be there.
Oh, yeah. We will put in the center. Please stop. And for our first location, we are at Daehwa Korean, established in 2018. So this place has been around for quite a while. But I never really dabbled in Korean vegetarian food before.
I don't even know it exists.
Okay, so that brings me to my first question for our Mr. Scientist over here.
Wow, so fast
So the dish that we're having today is Soondubu Jjigae, which is soft tofu stew. And of course, their base ingredient is kimchi and gochujang. I can ask you, Mr. Scientist, what are the ingredients in gochujang?
This one I know. I know.
Yeah.
This is red pepper. It's basically a red pepper paste.
Yes.
But there's some sort of process like fermentation and all that.
Fermented and mainly beans. Good that you ask this question. We need to set the tone for today.
Yes.
The challenge of vegetarian cuisine, right, is to replace the glutamates and thiocyanate that you can more readily get from meats. So in this case, in this Soondubu, we are looking at anchovy broth. So they cannot use anchovies obviously because it's vegetarian. So I would think they would go harder on a mushroom broth or kelp.
You are right, they go harder on the mushroom. But before we start the meal, right, usually I see the Korean show, right?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of antiques one when it comes to opening their rice.
Like?
Something like... Thank you very much.
You scared?
I'm scared.
Let's give it a try. For me, personally, what I like about it is the texture of the tofu. I think they did the tofu really well. There are some vegetarian food out there, right? That I think is a very good replacement for the meat option. But this one is not it for me. I think it's too early already. But if you like mushroom taste, you will definitely enjoy this. And honestly, I know you all never showed the video. The size is also very good. The potato, okay, it tastes like the potato sausage in Cai Fan, but much nicer with a pepper.
I agree, Ryan, on the part where this soup is a little bit more earthy. But I don't dislike it. But it kind of changes my perspective of a Soondubu Jjigae. Soondubu means what?
Soondubu means the soft tofu, so technically they are still correct.
Yeah, it is correct.
It's implied that you are looking for that porky or anchovy flavor, depending on what they put into the stew, which I agree. But if you take that aside for a moment, right, whatever they've done with the rest, right, the gochujang, the kimchi base, right, I think the kimchi is still very alive, still very present. Although, yes, I also have to agree that it has that vegetarian, that mushroom taste.
I rather, right, like what Ryan said, they change the name of this dish. Maybe it can be like a mushroom jjigae.
Okay.
Then you know, I kind of get the base that is mushroom.
I agree.
Because I do like this dish on its own, but the consensus is that we don't agree it's going towards the Soondubu Jjigae route. But on its own, I think it's great.
I have to defend them. They are still correct. This is still Soondubu Jjigae. Because it's soft tofu jjigae, so they are correct.
Right.
They also have doenjang jjigae and kimchi jjigae on their menu.
But I have to say, right, this is the silkiest tofu I've ever eaten.
There's only one way to describe it. 入口即化. Melts inside your mouth.
I dare say this because we've been to Korea for a number of times.
Yes.
And we had excellent Soondubu Jjigae. This is even better in terms of the tofu.
The tofu,
very good.
I honestly think they have their own fan base, and I see the restaurant is crowded all the way.
Okay, 11 plus, everything reserved.
Yeah, everything is reserved. So if this is vegetarian Korean food, right? This will set the standard for me.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I'm glad, right, that they incorporate purple rice into this dish. Because typically in Korean restaurants, you only can see white rice, right? I know a lot of people may not like this. Contrary to popular belief, I do like purple rice, brown rice. That's why I say contrary to popular belief, but I do like it.
Yeah.
I find that this kind of rice, right, is a little bit more crunchier.
Yeah, it's a different texture.
Yeah, different texture.
fragrance.
I like it.
chewier.
Yeah, so I don't think you can find this in any other Korean restaurants, which is
Wow.
why I like it.
I don't know like.
Wow, they want to.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I think in Singapore easy, but when I go Korea, it is hard to find.
Yeah. Okay,
In
let me say that
Singapore,
again. I never see before.
Overall, I think if you are a vegetarian, right, it's not easy to find food. My fiance's best friend is vegetarian. Every time we go out, it's very hard to find food. And Korean vegetarian is going to be even rarer. So you can come and give it a try. For the next place, this one I'm more excited.
Oh.
The producers found a vegetarian laksa
Hey!
that is better than normal laksa.
No way!
I'm very excited about it. That is my palate. Local delight.
I see.
So we'll be heading there. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, right? And the circumstances is right, we cannot shoot there. So we're gonna tap out the laksa back to the office. But for now, we are at Jalan Besar, right? Having this vegetarian claypot rice from Jin You Yuan.
For me, right, when it comes to claypot, right, often can smell the dark soy sauce. How heavy is it?
Yeah.
But this one, when the claypot reaches the table, right, all I smell is
Mushroom.
all the mushroom and vegetables.
That smell.
So inside this claypot rice, right, they have a lot of ingredients. They got like the mock chicken, a mushroom, vegetable, and even the crispy bits of the rice. That's the signature of a claypot
I'm
rice.
hoping to see that
yeah,
because wow, I have to say, claypot rice, vegetarian rice, very ambitious, very
Correct.
ambitious. Hopefully, Peter.
But they did try to replicate the whole experience and even give you the otaoyo by the side. Our producer found this. We're gonna give it a try.
yeah.
I thought in my head was like, maybe it's gonna taste like lecha.
Yeah.
But it's neither lecha nor claypot rice. Say maybe it's like otaoyo pan lah. Like chicken rice, they put too much otaoyo. But the rice is relatively well done and fragrant and well sauced. But to go so far as a stretch to say that this is a claypot rice, I don't know, man.
Technically,
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
it's rice in the claypot. You're
Yeah,
not wrong.
But I will say this, if I'm a vegetarian, right, this should be quite decent. I've never seen any vegetarian claypot rice before.
I think the most important thing in claypot rice is guoba.
Right.
I see two camps. One camp, right, like to burn the rice. Just sacrifice one layer first.
Right.
As long as the smokiness is inside.
Right.
Because you burn outside, right, then inside more
Right.
香嘛.
Right.
The other camp likes to just brown only. 就是有点脆脆就好 but 不要焦. Here is really minimally brown. There's like if you scoop really hard, right, there are some crispy bits. So to me, right, it tastes more like a gai fan. So gai fan is like when you have the dish and then you put on top of the rice. It's steamed rice.
Yeah,
so
it is
like,
steamed rice served in a claypot.
Yes.
Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Okay,
so
okay.
like if the guoba is on the weaker side, right, it's very hard to categorize it as claypot rice. But if you come at it as a gai fan in a nice hot claypot that is still hot and keeps your meal hot for throughout, right, I think it's quite nice.
Actually,
And
不
it's-
难吃。
不难吃，
它是不难吃。It's just not claypot rice.
In fact, the sauce, right, goes really well together. 吃得蛮上瘾。
Yeah, especially the mock chicken also not bad. It has a good bite to it.
To be very honest, right, when I took the first bite, the first impression I had was it really tastes like cai fan to me, but then it's very hot.
Yeah.
Cai fan not hot, ma.
Yeah, I like your comparison to cai fan. Actually, now that you say that,
As a cai fan, very good.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but more 香 than 菜饭。
Yes,
Yeah.
because of the
hotter.
yeah.
And the sauce is more
And the sauce, yes.
stronger.
I'm gonna judge this right based on what I know about claypot rice. Okay.
yeah.
To me, I never felt that claypot rice was about its protein.
Okay.
It was about the rice, the otaoyu, and how they cook it in the claypot. Judging this as a claypot rice, right, it honestly just feels like a dish that's put together last minute. They take the rice, they take otaoyu, they just heat it up in the claypot. It's somewhat decent, but then at the same time, it doesn't shout out claypot rice.
Say that if you are vegetarian all your life, I think this is okay, but you cannot compare it to the meat one, right? I think the chicken oil or the lapchang all the oil that comes out, right, help with the rice.
Okay, I'm gonna put it out there.
Just be honest lah. Never mind.
Quite high stake for me to say this.
Why? What's the stakes?
I believe, right, can be cooked much better.
Can be done better lah.
Can be done much better.
Right, right.
Overall, for this dish, I think it doesn't give off that signature flavor of a
Right,
claypot
right.
rice. Doesn't matter whether you're using vegetable or whether you're using a meat.
So basically, as of now, when you go to the first location, right, try not to look at it as a sundubu. When you come here to the second location, right, try not to look at it as a claypot rice. Just don't follow the name. Just see it as a dish of its own, right, and try it. And then I think you will have a very different perspective. As a vegetarian, these two options, right, good. I think it's a variety because if not, right, every time we go see Zai in a hawker, it's always going to be the bihun, the fan or whatever thing, right? So our producer went out to go find something more special, a more variety. Still give it a try. I will say that it's decent. Just don't look at it as a claypot rice. Now, for real, we are really going to go try a vegetarian laksa. And And just now we went down to the shop, right? We saw the whole shop is full. And then not only that, outside, right, 30 over tapao. It's just all packed there. There's no space to shoot. So very interesting. I'm very excited to try that. So we'll be heading back to
Our office.
yes, back to our office.
We are now in the Get Fat office.
Yes.
Because the place that we wanted to shoot at
Couldn't accommodate us.
couldn't accommodate us.
Place a bit small.
A bit tight, and there's a lot of customers. It's not very nice.
Yes.
So we have tapao the laksa here.
Yes, correct. But if you want to head down there, of course there are spaces for you to dine in.
Yeah, you can dine in, just that with you know, with our equipment, not that convenient.
Yeah, we'll put the address in the description box lah, but basically it's at Temple Street.
So yeah, I did a whole series traveling to Singapore, around Singapore and Malacca. So I'm very excited for this dish.
Okay.
And I want to say that this dish is the first dish that smelling it doesn't smell vegetarian.
Yes.
And a little bit about laksa. Laksa comes from the old Persian word laksha, which means slippery. Slippery. So back then, during the trade route, I think this was kind of passed around. That's the agreed upon historical account. I don't think it's very cool. So my
a bit lame.
my personal theory is laksa is lasa, so spicy sand. So when with good laksas, it's always a little bit grainy inside because of the belacha of the helium. All these are incorrect. I just like this interpretation.
Okay.
Don't use this.
Okay.
The correct interpretation was what I said earlier. So not only do we have vegetarian laksa, which smells great, we also have a bag of crispy bits.
Yeah.
We have tsai, we have seaweed, we have vegetarian char siu.
Yes.
All quite nice and crispy. They still separate out for you.
Which is good lah. So everything will be crispy. Not like some idiot that pour into the soup before the camera start rolling and then now
Who's
everything
yeah?
Don't know lah. Aye.
Question for the audience: what's the difference between kali mian and laksa?
I know.
Oi.
Wow, I want to see you.
That's not too convenient.
Yeah. The real answer is actually also not very sure.
What?
I did a whole series and I commented with you guys. We talked, but the agreed upon answer is that laksa is a type of curry noodle. But laksa needs to be laksha. Needs to be slippery. So this slippery texture is an iconic feature of laksa. And the other iconic feature which they don't have here is laksa leaf. I would say laksa leaf is a very big component in the laksa flavor profile.
Initially, I still tell him, don't have laksa leaf because this one vegetarian. Then after that,
So if you were to be strict with it, tsai is a different kind of vegetarian. It has religious connotations. It restricts the use of 5 aromatic veggies. 5 stronger veggies. You will know this as spring onion, garlic. I forgot the 5. But basically, laksa leaf should not be in it. And there's also another connotation that Thai food cannot be too strong. If not, you will sort of disrupt your xing.
So we don't know this is Thai or soup. But it should be soup. Because based on his criteria, right, Thai cannot have taste.
This does not look bland. Anyway, enough yapping.
Our first time just now, right, someone was saying how stupid someone was.
Question about the audience.
After a while, we've been talking about it. He saw also drenched.
Because your mic.
Okay.
I just like to say on the aesthetics of it, right, the fake char siu, right, when you soak it with the laksa, right, it looks like cockles. It looks like cockles.
They have 2 types of char siu. Okay, anyway, I don't want to yap really.
I just want to eat also. Okay, this one is good.
How did they achieve this flavor?
Not only they don't have laksa leaf, right? They also don't have the chili. You know, when you order laksa, they always got 1 dollop of chili, right? Don't have. But it doesn't seem to suffer on anything. In fact, I might prefer this because it got more textures.
Wow, this was the thing that I was most excited for today.
You already know what's our favorite.
No, I need to think about it.
Okay. You sure? I need to think about it.
I had this conversation with Alderic. I was saying like, no matter is it a vegetarian dish or what, right? I would want to comment on the skills of the chef to, fairly judge a dish. And then we were saying like, vegetarian dish is really harder to make. You really need a lot of skills to bring out the flavors because of your limited ingredients. Which is why on the previous location I was like, this lack a little bit. But I understand because lack of ingredient. But this one, right, the skill is so there, right? That I couldn't tell how do you achieve this flavor? What do you use? I'm quite shocked because I can taste it inside.
By association, right?
And I love it because it goes very well with all this monk meat. And typically, I don't really enjoy monk meat because all I taste is flour. But with the flavor of the laksa, it's enhanced.
Right. If you say, right, traditionally the normal laksa, right, the broth is made of like fish and seafood and prawn, right? I would say those ingredients not key because this laksa ramen is almost there. Without those ingredients wow, I would say I'm quite pleasantly amazed.
The thing about this I like so much, right, is the abundance of ingredients. Wow, every bite, right, is either cai or the mock meat, and then there's vegetables inside if you realize. So there's like so much flavor going on inside.
I think that's the best part of the laksa. How they preserve the texture on the outside, it's still crispy. Then when it's like soaked in, it's semi-crispy, it's a bit wet. I really enjoy the texture.
Again, going back to the ingredient aesthetics, I think it's quite hilarious, right? Because the red color char-siu resembles the prawn. The seaweed resembles the laksa leaf. The black color pork resembles the cockles. Yeah. And then the tau po and tauki is the standard but it's quite interesting how they replicate the entire look. There's two ways to eat this. So if you
typically I only eat by my mouth I don't find there's another way to eat it.
Okay, one, the idiot way is to put it before the camera start rolling. The second one, right, actually you don't put it. I think it's better.
But I kind of disagree here because I like how it soak up the laksa flavor. I've never eaten, cai or the with laksa.
The in-between texture.
Yeah,
crispy
correct. I love it.
Okay.
It's what you say before you try. Now you try.
You want to say everything again, or you want to say everything again?
You see the difference?
Not bad. But I still like it in the bowl. It's like both is the best of both worlds. Maybe you can separate half. You put half inside, put half outside. But I think if you go there, right, I think they put everything inside.
I will imagine.
Because with tapao, that's why they put it inside.
I will imagine.
But I think they will still top on it. So, really fresh, the texture is 差不多啦. So, two major talking points when I did my series when it came to laksa is one, lemakness. So here you can taste coconut milk very apparent. And I'm not sure how you all prefer the lemakness. You like something super rich or something maybe more elegant?
See what day. On Tuesday, I like it more creamy.
Okay.
On Wednesday, I like a bit more dumb.
I don't know how to take those out. And then the second thing that this one is more divisive. How spicy should laksa be?
I gotta take on this. I like it spicy. I feel like if it's not spicy, then don't call yourself laksa.
Oh,
I see.
I like it not to the point where I need to drink water.
I also say.
Okay.
I feel like laksa is not a dish that you want to spicy.
Yeah, but I feel like laksa is a dish that you want to drink it.
Yeah. Right. And I think this is, for me at least, towards the direction.
Yes, I agree. And I like how this is so refreshing because typically when we feature get fed dishes, right, we like it lemak. We like it heavy. It blew our mind. However, this is a dish that I feel like you don't want it to be lemak. You want something that you keep one to go
keep
for.
going.
And not jelat lor.
Can I ask how much this costs? No way! No way!
Hands down. I think I already know what's our favorite already. So for the first location, today we went to the Korean restaurant to try the vegetarian Soondubu.
Daehwa.
Second place, we went to Jin You Yuan to try the CLAYPOT rice, the vegetarian CLAYPOT rice. For the last place, we tried the vegetarian laksa from Xin Vegetarian. So which will be your favorite? I say first, my one is just the laksa. Don't even need to fight anything.
Wow, the Soondubu, the tofu very soft there.
Honestly?
Yeah.
That was quite good.
That was quite good. I know yours already.
Very hard to find CLAYPOT vegetarian
Tough.
Okay,
Tough.
waste the editor time.
Let me just think of for a little bit more. It has to be the laksa lah.
Oh, same eh.
I couldn't tell I think the laksa today was quite a winner because I like to judge how skillful the chef is. This bowl of laksa, even if it's not vegetarian, I think it's amazing.
I'll eat it.
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Just for the attention to detail for separating the textures, right? I don't think you'll find it in other laksas.
Correct. But even this seaweed is not just fried. They got a coating or like some sort of tempura.
Yeah, it is like a tempura batter.
It's not even oily, right? It's
No, no, especially you put it into laksa, it goes very well.
Yeah. You put it into laksa, it sucks up everything. You eat it by its own, it is a very addictive snack. So they really win in all accounts. I have no complaint.
Yeah.
And the price point is so low. My only complaint is you can charge higher.
Hey! You still don't tell people I
feel like it's a lot of work. I feel like
I agree.
I feel like it's a lot of work to make it so good. A simple dish, but make it so well. So we hope that you enjoy this vegetarian episode. If you got some recommendation or you think our recommendation not that good, right? Please leave it in the comments below. And as always, remember to follow all our socials. Follow Eldrick on his socials. Click here for more. Click here to subscribe and cut to the bloopers.
Okay, I'm kneeling for this company. But this place has been quite around for a while. They
around for
established
quite a while.
What did I say?
Quite around for a while. Okay, guys.
So this place has been quite around.